All right, guys, let's take a look at this York in Front. This is a fairly young brand. Henry, one of the owners, sent this in for us to take a look at, and I was looking forward to sharing this with you because there's a few things that actually drew me toward it. And one is the white dial. That there's a white dial and a black dial they're going to be doing a pre-order on, but this white dial is very clean looking and not obstructed with a bunch of writing on the dial. I mean, you basically have the brand up top and Swiss made down at the bottom, your railroad track around the outside, and that's pretty much it as far as printing. You have a really good set of Arabic numbers that are metallic brushed applied on the dial. That also was another thing that kind of drew me toward it. Very interesting use of metal on the dial like that. It was kind of nice to see that. The size of this watch is also going to appeal to a lot of people because it is definitely much smaller, and whether you are a larger wrist or a smaller wrist, the smaller size is going to work for you because it's either vintage inspired and it works good, or you actually are limited by the size of your having a little bit smaller wrist. Then this is certainly going to work for you. So York in Front, I'll put a link in the description to the website. They're going to be doing a pre-order on this. Both the owners are from Canada. I think Vancouver and Toronto, two separate cities in Canada they're collabing with. And these watches are actually made in Switzerland, so they are Swiss made or manufactured. The components, I'm not really sure. I don't know how all that works, but it does have the SW200 movement in it, minus the date function, so there won't even be an option when you unscrew the crown. You're going to go to hack and it's going to be time setting. And then this is a prototype, so I'm not going to go through all that. But unprotected crown here, it's threaded. It is signed very nicely, very good finishing, especially since this is a prototype. Nice brushing, nice polished reliefs. And you have a boxed double-domed sapphire crystal. Size-wise, we're looking at a 38 millimeter watch. Only 44 lug to lug with those drilled lugs. So right away you can see the size is going to be like perfect for a lot of people. 11.8 thick, that's including that boxed sapphire crystal. 20 millimeter lug width. You have a really nice looking case back. I know us watch fans like to see that kind of thing. So this one's very nice, and there's no rough edges. It's actually done really smooth, so it's going to wear nice on the wrist as well. And let's take a closer look at this dial, and you can see what I mean about that nice milky white dial there with the applied brushed Arabic numbers. Very cleanly done. You have BGW9 lume on those handset. I even kind of like how that seconds hand, the arrow tip for it is set back so it doesn't block any of the Arabic numbers. And then you have a protruding or syringe style red tip to that goes all the way out to that railroad track. So that is definitely something that is thought out. And then it's hard to see, but around those minute or seconds indicators, like the 45, the 50, the 55, there's a little plot of BGW9 lume on there. So, and I'll get you a lume shot. I suspect it's going to be okay, but I mean, this isn't going to be a lume monster by no means. So I just really like those applied indices. I'm a sucker for that. On that white dial with those brushed numerals like that, big fan of that. But you can see the case finishing. Everything's really clean on this. And then it has a nice leather strap that's backed. Has the quick release. Nice, clean, simple buckle here. It has a nice taper to it, so it's going to be comfortable. One fixed keeper, one floating keeper. Just an overall really good watch. I think their launch price is going to be like $590. So totally affordable. You're going to be under that $600 mark. Let's see. Let's give you a wrist shot. Now this is going to be on my 7 1/4 wrist, so keep that in mind. A 38 millimeter watch with a 44 lug to lug, and it still looks and wears really good. So whether you are interested in running a little bit smaller watch, I could see where this could easily be an everyday, clean, classic looking watch. Or if you have a smaller wrist and you definitely demand that smaller watch case size, this is also going to fit that bill. So there'll be the white dial, there'll be the black dial. Definitely check out their website. I think they're launching, I didn't look, they might already be launched because he said towards the end of August, I think they were going to do this, and this is August 31st, I believe, right now. So definitely give them a check to see if this is something that interests you. Check it out. You know, it could be a really good option that you're going to set yourself apart from the norm. And it's okay to go with a young brand if it's done right, and this one is done right. So let me give you a quick glimpse at the loom. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. If your eyes adjust to it, you can see those little loom plots on the outside, but you're not going to get a ton out of those. Most of the loom is on the hour and minute hand. So, but typical with watches like this, they're not going to be loom monsters. I think the real appeal to this thing is those metallic applied Arabic numbers there on the dial. I think that is a killer look to it. So, because in most light, when you get angles like that, because they're brushed, they're going to look really dark, if not black, like that. So you have a really good legibility out of it. But then if you look under the correct or different light, maybe natural light, you're going to be able to easily tell that they're actually metallic, and that's really cool. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Henry over at York and Front for sending this in to share with us, and I'll see you on the next vid.